Why was Steve Jobs able to change the world while millions of others merely struggled with their lives? Is it because he was smarter, richer, or had something others didn't? In this video, I will reveal the secrets that made Steve Jobs a legend and the differences that set him apart from the rest. Now, let's dive into the main content. The first key to his success was simplicity. We can see this most clearly when we look at Apple's products. One remarkable aspect of Apple under Steve Jobs was that the company had no quality control department because Jobs was the product standard. Every product was designed and produced based on Jobs' requirements. When a product was created, Jobs would feel and evaluate it. If the product did not meet his expectations, he would throw it straight into the trash and say things like, "Are you stupid? This is the worst thing I've ever seen." Or something along those lines. "This is me sugarcoating it." In reality, he cursed even worse than that. Therefore, it can be said that every Apple product embodies Jobs' spirit and philosophy of life. One of the most important requirements he always emphasized to every employee when designing products was simplicity. Just imagine, even a pack of instant noodles or a milk box always comes with usage instructions on the packaging. Yet, an iPhone with countless functions does not come with a detailed user manual. According to Jobs, the product was designed so simply that users could operate it without needing instructions. He has repeatedly emphasized that the core principle of the company is simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. He added, "The simpler the product, the more intelligence it contains." Another testament to his simple lifestyle is his way of dressing. Statistics show that from 1998 to 2010, Jobs always wore a black t-shirt and blue jeans during all of Apple's product launches. Of course, his choice to wear just one type of clothing was not because he couldn't afford designer brands or new outfits. The real reason was that he wanted to simplify his daily decisions. He didn't want to waste time and energy every day deciding what to wear. There's a story that once, Bill Gates and his wife visited Jobs at his home. When they arrived, they were surprised to find that Jobs lived in a small, cozy house like any other home. At that time, the Gates were building a large mansion with all the conveniences, so they were taken aback by Jobs' simple lifestyle. In fact, Jobs' house rarely had its doors locked because he believed there was nothing of value inside to worry about being stolen. Jobs himself traveled to India to study Buddhism and Hinduism, and his time there contributed to his philosophy of a simple lifestyle. Now, let's move on to the next point. Another important quality that contributed to his success was focus. Jobs said, "Focus does not mean saying yes. Focus means saying no to many things, so that we can devote all our time and energy to a few things and do them as well as possible." When he returned to Apple in 1997 to save the company, which was on the brink of bankruptcy, he stood before all the employees and asked them, "If we could only do one thing to save the company, what would it be?" He then eliminated all the ineffective projects and focused all the company's resources on developing laptops and desktops. As a result, just 1 year later, the company launched the iMac. The product made a strong impression due to its superior quality. The product not only helped the company escape the risk of bankruptcy but also brought profits to the company after years of losses. It restored confidence for the company and investors, leading Apple into its most prosperous era and gradually making it the most valuable company on the planet. When looking at Apple's products, we can also feel the philosophy of focus. The company has been established for nearly 50 years, and as the most valuable company in the world, it could develop a multitude of new products. However, when looking at the company's products, We can see that the company is very selective when launching entirely new products. The company only focuses on optimizing the products they already have and making them better over time. This helps Apple's products always achieve superior quality and become the standard for the entire industry. Jobs once said, "I have a mantra. Focus on simplicity." This became his lifelong guiding principle. In the later years of his life, after reaching the pinnacle of success that many aspire to when asked about what he was most proud of, he always said, "I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm proud of what I haven't done." This statement reflects Jobs' philosophy of life about focus and has become an inspiration for future generations. The next quality he possessed, which few people have, is an obsession with perfection. Tim Cook, the current CEO of Apple, once said, Jobs had the highest standards in the world. When designing the iMac computer, he told the design team that they had to make it so perfect that when customers looked at the product, they would feel like licking it, no matter how brilliant an engineer was. When they heard Jobs say that, they couldn't tell if he was talking about a computer or food. However, looking at Apple's current products, we all know they achieve that. The products are designed perfectly and provide an appealing aesthetic to viewers. Not only did Jobs focus on the exterior of the product, but he also wanted the interior to be designed with the same level of intricacy. He wanted the circuit boards, control panels, and every single screw to be designed elegantly and arranged scientifically. After a product was completed, he even required Apple's engineers and designers to sign their names on the internal components. When asked why it had to be done, Jobs replied, "Artists always sign their names beneath their artwork." Many believe that being overly concerned with the inside of the product was pointless because users would never see it. However, Jobs responded, "When you are a skilled carpenter making a beautiful cabinet, you wouldn't use a bad piece of wood for the back. Even though it faces the wall and no one can see it, you know it's there, so you will use a beautiful piece of wood for the back. So you can sleep well at night. Perfection must be everywhere." After hearing these words, even though I didn't understand what he was saying, I still admired him greatly. The next quality he possessed was not caring about what others thought of him. If you learn more about Jobs, you will know that he had a very eccentric and harsh personality. The most obvious example of this quality is when Jobs would harshly scold his subordinates or colleagues when they failed to complete tasks as he requested. You may not know, but the genius billionaire Elon Musk has also experienced this. Once, at a party, Elon Musk was introduced to Jobs by Larry Page, the founder of Google. Later, when commenting on his conversation with Jobs, Musk humorously said, "He was very rude to me." When asked why he would want others to hate him, Jobs replied, "I don't want anyone to hate me. I just don't care whether they hate me or not." Another example of his eccentric personality was his habit of soaking his feet in the toilet whenever he felt stressed. He had no intention of hiding this habit from others. Additionally, when he was younger, he took on a project from Atari, a famous gaming company at the time. The company promised him that if he could reduce the number of chips used on the circuit board to help save costs, they would pay him $5,000. After that, Jobs sought out Steve Wozniak, who later became the co-founder of Apple. Both agreed to collaborate on completing the project and then split the prize money equally. Wozniak was a technological genius. In just 4 days, he reduced the number of chips from 100 to 42. The company, after seeing the results, was astonished and kept its promise to pay Jobs $5,000. However, when he returned to meet Wozniak, Jobs claimed that the company had broken its promise and only paid them $500, so he gave Wozniak $250. It wasn't until much later that Wozniak discovered the truth. He said that when he found out the reality, he cried. Not caring about the thoughts and feelings of others allows Jobs to remain steadfast in his outrageous goals and visions without being influenced by others' prejudices. However, this sometimes led him to hurt those around him. Through today's video, we have seen the unique qualities that Steve Jobs possessed, as well as gained a multifaceted view of him. The fortunate thing is that these qualities are qualities that we can completely cultivate and possess, thereby achieving our success. Last week, I made a video about Jobs' life. You can check it out. The video ends here. See you in the next video. And I wish you all a great day.